Hi, I'm Juliet Carter. I work as a psychotherapist and Alexander Technique teacher in central London. I work with individuals and also with couples to help find positive resolution to a wide range of behavioural, emotional and relationship problems. In this short video, I'm going to take you through 4 communication skills that I often share with people I work with in my practice. Many people find these skills to be particularly effective because they're simple and easy to remember in the moment and can help you to make yourself heard and get your point across in a way that's assertive as opposed to being passive or aggressive. The first communication skill is to start the conversation by checking with the other person, is now a good time to talk. Very often we start the conversation when someone's in the middle of something or their mind's on other things, and then we feel frustrated or disappointed when they don't really engage. By checking with the other person, is now a good time for you to talk, we signal that there's something important we want to talk to them about and that we want their full attention and we want them to think about it and respond. And if now isn't a good time for them, then we can agree the soonest time that would be convenient. Second communication skill is to start the conversation by stating your positive intention. This is basically the positive gain that you hope to achieve from the conversation, whether that's something for you personally, for the relationship, or for a particular problem or situation that you're facing. So, for example, a positive intention might be, I know that we've been having difficulties lately and I'd like to clear up any bad feeling between us. Or I'd like to feel more comfortable with you when we're out with our friends. By stating your positive intention, you help to get the other person on board and open to what you have to say, as opposed to being wary or defensive from the outset. Number 3, the third communication skill is to use the simple formula, when you, I feel. So for example, when you did that thing, when you talked to me that way, or when you didn't do that thing that you said you would do. And for the second part, identify just 1 or 2 of your simple feelings. So it might be I felt angry, or hurt, or concerned. Very often when there's something bothering us and we're upset, we give a long explanation, use lots of words and go into a whole big story, and it's really difficult for the other person to stay with us and not react and not get caught up in their own feelings about it. By taking a moment to just identify your basic feeling and communicate that, it makes it much easier for the other person to understand and relate to what you're saying and to respond more positively. Fourth and final communication skill is to make a specific request that would help to make the situation better or to make you feel better. A specific request is something concrete and practical as opposed to something vague or abstract. So for example, instead of saying very generally, I'd like you to understand me better, a more specific request might be, I'd like you to tell me what you just heard me say. Or instead of saying very generally, I'd like to feel more appreciated by you, a more specific request might be, I'd like you to tell me one thing I did that you appreciate. And again, by taking a moment to identify in advance something specific that we want the other person to do that would help us to feel better or we feel make the situation better, makes it much easier for the other person to respond positively and for us to feel that they do care and that we are making some kind of progress. So again, to take you through the 4 communication skills from the top. Number 1, start the conversation by checking with the other person, is now a good time for you to talk. Number 2, state your positive intention. Number 3, use the simple formula, when you, I feel. And number 4, identify a specific positive request. So I hope this has been interesting and helpful. If there is anything that you would like to contact me about, then please feel free to send me an email or call me on the phone. It would be a pleasure to hear from you. And again, I hope this has been helpful and hope to hear from you soon. Many thanks. Bye-bye.